Hi my friends, so I wanted to close out this video. I hope you enjoyed this style of video. It's a little bit different where I kind of am doing everything and just put some music over it, but I wanted to jump on and have a little bit of a chit chat with you guys. So the main reason why I wanted to have a cozy little baking night, first of all, my older kids are tucked away in their rooms. My baby is sleeping. It's a miracle, thank God. And I had time to bake. But also, if you guys have seen any of my previous videos, you guys will know that I am 9 months postpartum now, and I have been trying to lose my baby weight, and it has been a very, very, very slow process. So I can't do any kind of like GLP-1s, and I'm just not comfortable with it. I can't do like phentermines or appetite suppressants and things like that. So I am doing it a good old fashioned primitive way. And what I have found to work for me in the past is to focus on high protein and to move my body, which I am struggling with that. I just have so many things going on in the day, and if I don't get a workout in the morning, it's not going to happen in the evening. And if I get a workout done in the morning, depends on if my son sleeps through the night or not, because I'm exhausted. So the moving my body part has been a little bit more difficult. I feel like I would have better results if I was moving my body a little bit more. Now we take my baby out on walks and things like that, but I mean like dedicated workout time. So that's what I'm trying to do, is wake up in the morning, get a walk in on the treadmill, a super high incline, and then do just like 15-20 minutes of something, whether it's arms or legs, whatever. So I'm hoping to get better at that. But I know that the majority of weight loss happens with your diet, and I have a sweet tooth like no other. I have always had a sweet tooth. My mother has a sweet tooth, my brother has a sweet tooth, everybody has a sweet tooth. So what I have been finding to work for me is, one, focusing on high protein, like I said. Two, because I have a slow digestive system, like medically I have a slow digestive system, I do better with having 2 meals typically in the day, and I try to space it out so that I give my body a few hours to digest my food and kind of, catch up. And then at night, I will have a little sweet treat. So I have to have something that is delicious and comforting and satiates my sweet tooth cravings, because if not, I'm not going to look forward to it. And what I have been doing is practicing self-control and not eating anything sweet throughout the day, other than, I will say, like maybe like my coffees. I typically will have a coffee in between, and if I get my little treat at my favorite coffee shop, I will do like a caramel macchiato. But even that is not extremely sweet. But that's like the only thing that I will have during the day that's like sweet, and then I will look forward to whatever my little sweet treat is at night. And I also try to have this little sweet treat in and eat it before, I'm gonna say like 7:30, 8 o'clock at the latest. And how this all kind of came about was, for Mother's Day, my husband purchased these really fancy like chocolate truffles from a company called William Dean, which is quite a few towns down from us, but they were so good. They were delicious. And in the midst of me having a conversation with him, I was telling him like, man, these are such good chocolates. Like, they're the kind of chocolates that you kind of look forward to and you want to savor them. If I could have like just 2 of these a night, I would like not eat anything sweet at all just to have these 2. And he was like, maybe you should do that, and maybe that'll help with like this whole little sweet tooth and all that. And I was like, you know what? You're onto something, buddy. So we ended up going back to this place and getting enough chocolates to last. It was like enough chocolates for a little bit more than half of the month. And I got myself 2 chocolates to have per night. Now these are like super delicious, decadent truffles, amazing, right? The problem is they're very expensive, and I just can't justify spending $100 a month on truffles. You know what I mean? So what I thought is, how about I make some of my favorite treats, and the same kind of self-control and self-restraint that I'm having with these truffles, I need to have that with my like treats at home. Now, if they're in the freezer and I have to take them out and warm them up, I am less likely to pick at it throughout the day. So what I did with these brownies is I cut half of that for my family, and I gave my family like nice big chunks of brownies, or nice big sized brownies. And what I did with the rest of it is I cut it up into small little squares, and I will insert a little video of the one that I had earlier, because it is, what time is it now? 9 something. So I had my little treat earlier, and I added some flaky salt and some roasted pistachios that I found, like just like 3 or 4 of them on there, and it was so dang good, and it hit the spot. And that is what I've been doing. So postpartum journey, it has been it's been interesting. I've had some ups, I've had some downs. Also, I'm so sorry if like the colors keep changing. My husband has this keyboard and it like lights up different, like now it's like turquoise, now it's green. I'm sorry about that. Okay. But this is the only time that I have to chit chat with you guys, so sorry. But yeah, postpartum journey has been a journey. And I think that we are so conditioned sometimes to think like, well, I'm gonna have this baby and I'm just gonna bounce back right into it. And it's hard. Now, some women are blessed and their bodies can bounce right back to it. I am not one of those. I'm not too far away from where I started prior to getting pregnant because I was already a little bit overweight before getting pregnant. It's just been a harder process than what I anticipated because I'm older. I am in my late 30s now. I'm exhausted. I am so tired. I don't have the energy that I did when I was like in my 20s, you know? So it's just been a completely different journey, a beautiful journey nonetheless, but it's been a different journey. So yeah, so that's pretty much where this little baking inspiration came from. And I want to make some sourdough chocolate chip cookies. I make these cookies, well, I used to make these cookies all of the time. They're one of my kids' favorites. So I might make a batch of those, but instead of baking them, I will just freeze like the little scoops of the cookies, so whenever anybody wants a cookie, they can pop it into the air fryer, put it on bake, and have a fresh, warm cookie. So I'm thinking of doing that as like my other sweet treat so that I can alternate between brownies and cookies, you know? So yeah, that is my little postpartum chat. If any of you mamas are out there and are also postpartum, let me know how your journey has been going. What are your struggles? Like, I would love to have conversation with you guys in the comments. I love interacting with you guys. And I do have like a really small channel that I'm trying to grow, but I appreciate every single person that comments and that gives me like a thumbs up and all of that. Like, I just really like interacting with you guys, especially because I'm a stay-at-home mom and my life revolves around my husband, my baby, my girls, my dogs, and meal prepping and gardening, and like just in my own little bubble that sometimes it's just nice to like chit chat with other people, you know? So yeah, that is my chit chat for today. If you guys are still here, thank you so much. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. And if you try this recipe out, let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you here. And until the next video, bye friends.